off the glass. Tatum's got 7 points.
Off contact, just a beautiful shot by Tatum. He's added so much strength through the years.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And the Thunder in possession here. It's a three-point game. And stolen by Porzingis. In transition, here they come. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
I don't know who's going to get up for that as Porzingis skies for the dunk.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Williams on the wing. Can they get it? Porzingis grabs the board.
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
Back to Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Yeah, there's a feel that Porzingis has to the game, and the more comfortable he is in these kind of settings, he'll rack up some assists.
And stolen by Holiday. 4-3. And again, Boston with the triple. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Celtics.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming, so they're creating some turnovers. They're capitalizing on.
And for the Celtics, Grant, when it comes to something like rebounding, it's a total team effort.
Well, it's part of their personnel strategy, B.A. Get wings and guards that have length and toughness, which allows them to control the glass and switch just about everything defensively. They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was. Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. There's the drive. Dort outside. Knocks down the long J.
Man, if this offense can get Luguentz Dort to become a reliable option, it's going to open some stuff up.
Down low. To the middle. The kick out to White. Back to Holiday. Floats one. Good work there as it goes.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
Now here's Brown. No points so far. Man, you watch Jrue Holiday, Brent. This guy is so tough, physically and mentally.
NBA, there's a lot of guys in the league that we say are underrated, but the secret is out on Jrue Holiday, especially after the way he played in the NBA Finals. This guy is the best defensive perimeter player on the floor, unselfish, and what a great backcourt partner. And there's so many plays where Jrue Holiday will show you just how creative he can be with the basketball.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Here's Oklahoma City now, trailing by 10. Wallace's shot is good.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Here's the break. Dort for three. Tatum pulls it in. With one on the clock. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Celtics. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. We'll be back in a moment. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And for the Celtics here, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Was simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Oh, the double clutch. Joe grabs the miss.
Look, everyone wants to be part of a highlight play, but when you miss on completing it, it's pretty embarrassing, just like we saw there.
Well, we normally don't pick favorites, but come on. Do you have a player you like watching the most, Grant?
All right, B.A., you're going to get me in trouble, but I do love Ja Morant. I mean, he flies, he plays so fearless, and he also gets his teammates involved. Ja is really fun to watch.
Back to Pritchard. 6 to shoot. Tatum, good. Tatum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You're calling Tatum a capable scorer would be an understatement. He is an elite offensive talent.
Pass to Giddey. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey.
A tough matchup for the smaller defender there. Just shot right over the top without thinking twice.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Oklahoma City trailing. Hey, you look at some of the young star power on OKC. Grant, they haven't had that since the Kevin Durant years.
Oh, B.A., I mean, those KD teams were built through the draft. So no matter where they're picking, the Thunder seem to uncover gems.
Now here's Tatum. 23 points in the game. Tatum draws the double. They kick it out to Porzingis. Another one falls for Boston.
Ready to shoot. Porzingis fires.
So it's the Thunder now. 8-point game. It's Holmgren, high post. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. He can't get that one to fall. Pass to Holiday. To the inside. They kick it out to Porzingis. Outside Tatum. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And here are the Thunder now. Inside. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. Many people were disappointed that Chet Holmgren lost his rookie year to injury, Brent.
Well, none more so than Chet Holmgren, who's an incredible competitor. But all of the talk is the anticipation around him coming back more well-built, more skilled, and ready for the league in what it has to offer a big man.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Thunder are still developing with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander embracing his role as a catalyst. He said, quote, I have the opportunity to really build something and be at the forefront of it. That's something I know and embrace every single day, and I maximize it for sure. Brian?
Well, you can see it. They're so grateful to have him, too. Thanks, Allie. Williams from long range. The Celtics with the lead. Pass to Holiday. The kick to Tatum. Now Holiday. Porzingis in the post. Operating inside. Porzingis.
Porzingis now playing with passion, engaged on the offensive glass.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
Oh my, their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Grant, when you scan the OKC roster, you see length at every position.
Yeah, it's definitely their philosophy, BA. We're seeing a number of franchises going that route. What I would say about the Thunder, though, many of their guys still have some strength to add.
Great pass from a great leader, Drew Holiday.
The shot by Dort, no good. And so it's Porzingis with it. He brings it up for the Celtics. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. KP to the cup. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Porzingis has got 14.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit more room for Porzingis to play with that kind of aggression.
Wallace's shot is good.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
White can't hit.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game. Yes, sir! That's what you tune in for right there. Wow. It's funny how much the defense has to focus more on not leaving their man. Oh, man!
Oh, my
He had the runway, and he let it rip.
Nice. And you can tell Brown is having fun. What a phenomenal dunk artist he is.
Back to Holmgren. No good with the triple. Here's Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim, that's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Celtics. They lead by 13. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
35.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Pass to Tatum. Now Porzingis. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy. Porzingis has got 18 points in the game.
Well, this is a big-time night for Porzingis. He's really fun when he gets going like this.
Well, Brent, Kristaps Porzingis, he's a big man who can do a whole lot.
Yeah, knocks down the three ball, can defend inside, and causes some problems with his length. Makes smart passes because he knows the league and he knows the tendencies. This guy is very skilled and is getting better.
What a move by Tatum. When he's pulling these off, he's impossible to defend.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Dort. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Oh, the Thunder tack on 2 more.
And we're all too familiar with these kind of outbursts from SGA.
Now here's Porzingis. Again, the Celtics good for 2 more.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
When talking about the Celtics, you'd have to say they have a unique 1-2 punch, Grant.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, B.A. To have Tatum on one wing and Brown on the other, that's a potent combination. And what a luxury for Boston. They complement each other so well.
And Williams drops them both. And you look at the Thunder, talk about a team that's drafted well.
It's hard to see out the window in Oklahoma City with how much they've stockpiled their picks in that front office. It's about making good use of them, BA. When are they going to plant a flag in the ground that these are our guys moving forward? They have some young studs. I'm curious about when that time is.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. A big triple. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Tatum. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Lets it go from deep. Porzingis grabs the board. And Porzingis has got the ball here for Boston. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. White for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Celtics lead by 14. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking it inside, SGA.
Gilgeous-Alexander creative and tricky on that play.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder are making dramatic improvement. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, now an all-star, says they're gaining confidence. He said, quote, "We know we're getting better. I think guys are kind of getting addicted to that feeling and continuing to grow." Brian, they could be building something really special here.
Yeah, you're right. They could. Skipping no steps either. Thanks, Allie. They kick it out to Porzingis. On the wing, Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Kind of a devious move by Tatum, pulling the defender in where he wants him.
So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. The Celtics making a switch here.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Joe misses.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Pritchard. With the floater. Good. And Brown gets the assist.
He's really become a better all-around player. Brown's passing continues to evolve. Nice find.
Williams. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
Brown gets the bucket. Brown's got 6.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. So both teams making some changes here. There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Williams from long range. Hauser grabs the board. Here's Brown. The shot from the low post is good. Give him 8.
When Brown gets the ball this close in, he knows he can finish. Just a matter of execution.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Boston with a rebound. To the paint. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Here's Dort. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
How about Dort just rising up and getting to the rim?
To the middle. And stolen by Williams. And so it's the Boston Celtics ending the quarter with a 20-point edge. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Back to the game after this break. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander with the 7-footer. It's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 34 points.
Just don't see guys with Gilgeous-Alexander's size and frame all that often. He can be a special player in this league.
Tatum with it. Now guarded by Holmgren. Down low. The kick to Tatum. Shot clock at 5. And again, Boston with the triple.
Great rhythm to that shot. Tatum right off the pass.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Counted from distance. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 17 points here in the second half. Pass to Mykhailiuk. And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, he tried to gain position, but couldn't quite get there.
Now into the lineup for the Celtics.
Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
Poor rim. Tatum plays with such an edge.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Tillman with a rebound. Stolen by Giddey. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
Tatum. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
Tatum with it, and it's Dort picking him up. Yep, that one goes. Tatum's got 42 in the game.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, he's feeling it. Keep feeding him until he misses.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Well, just seeking out weaknesses in the defense and then exploiting it.
Pass to Giddey. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Gilgeous-Alexander, such growth in his first year, continues to show he's learning this game.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, the defense looks helpless trying to contain them in the open floor, and they've continued to exploit this advantage.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff, and you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Porzingis grabs the board. And Porzingis has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. And a nice finish on the layup. Porzingis has gotten 4 this quarter.
CTH, can't teach height. Porzingis is big and completes the play.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Porzingis up top. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Second chance effort. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's on Jrue Holiday.
Gilgeous-Alexander can hit you with a lot of moves. Tricky to defend.
And he sinks the second.
You know, the team's struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Celtics.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Jason Tatum.
It felt like there was more than one of them out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Here's Porzingis. Foul called. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and he'll shoot free throws.
Kristaps Porzingis, throughout his career, continues to look for good help. And when he is that, he's a force.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And the Thunder in possession here. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Keeps it alive. Great positioning on the putback.
And this is what coach wants to see from Holmgren. Outworking the defense to get a second chance look.
Brown can't hit. Here's Oklahoma City now. They trail by 18.
The B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. First personal foul.
He misses the free throw.
At the line for your Celtics.
He hits the second from the line.
Boston foul. Jrue Holiday. Third personal foul.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has so many of the qualities that you want in a leader. He fights, he's energetic, he's a team-first guy, and he just looks for ways to get his guys fired up.
Out of bounds, it'll be Oklahoma City's ball. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Thunder with another miss. Outside Tatum. Left side Porzingis. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum.
And when he was younger, Tatum would often try to do it all himself, but now he wants to keep everybody involved.
So we see the Celtics taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce.